Right, 21 September 2025, and today I want to quickly give you the afternoon updates, and it's been quite an unbusy day. It hasn't been busy this morning, except for what has happened with Mliswa. And Mliswa was obviously exposed during the week by Mdarageza as planning to expose or to run a smear campaign against General Chiwenga or Vice President Chiwenga. So Mliswa has finally come out with the tweets that were expected, and the tweets are not explosive. So the tweets are not explosive. However, they are clearly against Chiwenga. So the tweets that have come out by Mliswa are clearly against Chiwenga. So it's continuing. There is a continuation of a fight against Chiwenga. So let's look at those tweets that we have seen this morning. And we're going to go directly to the tweets that have been put out by Mliswa. So I'm expecting that by next week, Friday, we should have clarity on what happens to Chiwenga, because I believe that the next thing to happen will be against Chiwenga. So the next move to be made will be against Chiwenga. So I'm also seeing something else here. And before I go in, I've seen obviously the death message right now that has been posted by Mliswa about Babong passing away. That is 1 hour ago. I went to school with Babong, so I will talk about that later. But I want to just finish what I want to say about Chiwenga. Then we'll go into Babong and the death message on Mliswa's page. So let's quickly go into the tweets, and then we'll go into Babong's passing. So there is the tweet, and it says, corruption is a national problem which can be hijacked for a few political points. That is why I argued that VP should have engaged the president in a different setting if the agenda was actually about making a political national plan to deal with corruption. So an injurious approach to his problem will only serve to entertain the public and disembowel the party through infighting. It is public knowledge how many leaders have questionable bank balances and property portfolios. A proper corruption fight shouldn't be selective or limited. And then some of us have been under attack from those people in positions of authority fighting to take away legitimately private property. We have gone to court over Rengwe, and even in the face of a court order, we still have a problem accessing it. That is corruption too. And then obviously, I don't know what else he has put here. It appears to be some tweets in between here, which are not related. But Mliswa, he has put a lot of tweets this morning. So let me show you what is the deal here. So firstly, he is confirming that Chiwenga confronted Mnangagwa. And then he's going on to say it is known that Chiwenga himself has got questionable bank balances and properties. So that's basically what he's saying. But let's go to Gambakwe.com. There are more tweets which I don't know where he has put, but let's go into those tweets. If you go to Gambakwe.com, you will see that there are tweets about Tabure. So I don't know if he has deleted them or what, but let's go to Gambakwe.com, and my guys have in the morning put them up here around 11. So if you go to Gambakwe.com, you will see that Mliswa continues, and he goes like this. So let's go to Gambakwe. So in Isabuku, you're seeing that in Isabuku, I meet villagers with problems and offer them advice. When the issue persists, we then bring to the public forum. Kuda it is deliberated upon by many. It is sacrosanct protocol that upholds privacy, preserves dignity, and advances development. An antagonistic approach that begins by flaying others openly only serves to deepen division, create rifts, and weaken the party. As it is, every political destitute, orphan, and passerby is feasting on the fractured figure of the party. Zvigananda isn't a new phenomena, neither is it a preserve of any one side of the political faction. Thus, it should be dealt with through both a united front and a legitimate government scheme, not through impromptu uppercuts to decimate political opponents. So these are the tweets I think that is deleted. I cannot see them over that side. Then let's look at what he said about Tagore. We all know how ZANU-PF as a party is literally bankrolled by Kuda, funding the entire payroll of its HQ, buying cars for everyone from the top to the bottom. Why should any one of the leaders then besmirch others when all of them are benefiting? So I think we need to be clear about what is happening here. Temba has made some edits on his tweets. So let me see what edits he has made, because it's clear that those tweets are getting more and more. Those propping up Sekuru Geza to attack people simply for meeting their relatives should know their politics is about ideas, vision, etc., the ability to acquire buy-in from them for electoral mass. It's not about cowering every opposition with threats of death. So this is getting deeper and deeper. Temba is accusing Chiwenga of threatening people with death. Some of us have spoken out against corruption for no political expediency, unlike the current grandstanding engineered as a public spectacle towards a very sinister agenda. Corruption should be fought holistically, not in a manner contrived for limited political targets. A crusade against corruption driven by political ambition can be equally used by everyone and resulting in an awesome public spectacle of revelations, accusations, and counter-accusations, which unfortunately we don't deserve as a country. There's no need for that. So I want to end the reading here, because I don't know if he's deleting and tweeting or what, but obviously there are new tweets which have come out. What is happening here is Mliswa is threatening to reveal things about Chiwenga. So he's saying there are also things they know about Chiwenga. They are going to release those things about Chiwenga. And they're also saying, because I'm saying they here because I believe that is speaking on behalf of Mnangagwa. He's also saying it is well known that everyone has received a car and everyone has received money from Tagore. That is the essence of what Temba Mliswa is saying. That there's no one who is clean in ZANU-PF, and if Chiwenga continues, they are going to release his files, and it will be very dirty. Basically, that is what he's saying here. That is the essence of the message by Temba Mliswa. So I think it's clear. I don't have to read any further into this. This is what has been said. And you can see the tweets. I'll organize all of them and we'll share after an hour so that you can see all the tweets that have been put out over there. Then let's go to Babong Konjwa. And this is very sad. As I said, very sad indeed, because I went to school with Babong, and he was at one of the radio stations in Bulawayo. So I did not know that he had passed away. So this is Temba Mliswa say, it is with deep sadness that I have learned of the passing of Babong Konjwa. This man was a total package. His presence touched many lives and will surely be remembered. May his soul rest in peace. So very few people have responded here. But Babong was in one of the most popular radio stations in Bulawayo. So if you Google Babong Konjwa, you will see a whole lot here. He was doing a lot. And as I said, I went to school with Babong. Let's see what they say. Went to Mzingwane High. Yes, indeed, he went to Mzingwane High School with me. He was 1 year ahead of me. And let's see what else has been said here. So the TV station which he attended includes, I can see Star FM here is one of the stations. And then there was also another popular Bulawayo station where he was presenting over there. So very sad indeed to see this. And I'm trying to figure out what happened. So maybe Temba will give us more details, because I can see it says Star FM opens new doors for SA-based DJ. After years in the industry, he really made an appearance hosted by, in the Star FM's After Drive show hosted by DJ Skonjwa in October. So I don't know what has happened. And then he's got a 3,000 lawsuit for Skonjwa after child's DNA results. Very sad here. And I do not know what has happened. So we'll figure it out later on what has happened to Babong in Skonjwa, who is passed away, according to Temba Mliswa. So I would like to just recap and say Mliswa has finally released the threat against Chiwenga, and there are three-pronged threats. Firstly, he accuses Chiwenga of using or confronting Mnangagwa in public and using the wrong approach to deal with corruption. He says Chiwenga's fight against corruption is not genuine. He also says Kuda Tagure is funding everybody, including Chiwenga. He says Chiwenga has been issuing death threats to opponents, and he accuses Chiwenga of bankrolling Geza. He then goes on to say he's going to reveal details about Chiwenga's own assets or bank balances if this continues. So they're basically trying to contain Chiwenga. So that's basically what is happening here. They're trying to contain Chiwenga. And unfortunately, I believe that this is not going to stop here. I believe that we're going to see more in the coming week. And we're going to be very following this very closely to see what happens and how Chiwenga and Geza respond. So that is what has happened today. Mliswa has came out very hard against Chiwenga. This is an uppercut. Like he says, it's an uppercut against Chiwenga. If Chiwenga does not react properly here, we're going to see revelations about him. And it doesn't matter whether the revelations are strong or not, we're still going to see those revelations. Now let's go to the comments. Right. Let's see. Paka Mliswa anoda kuita say yes. Adaita say Gambakwe zini rangu rakurisa. Zini rako. Maria taurwa na Geza iye yabuda pachena. Okay, so I would like to that's very funny. Who is this guy? It's so funny. Brian Mapengo. Yes, Mkoma Brian Mapengo. How are you? That's crazy. Okay, I would like to thank all of you for watching. It's been amazing to watch ZANU-PF people fighting each other to the death. And I would like to say, Gambakwe 2028, the only game in town. If you are a civil servant, forget about Chiwenga, forget about Chamisa, forget about everything else. Gambakwe is the way. So Gambakwe 2028 is the way. You're going to get a house. You're going to get $1,500 in your pocket. You're going to have a developed country. And you won't have to deal with garbage. That was in ZANU. ZANU yaka broker. Mnangagwa aka broker. Auxilia aka broker. Sean aka broker. Emerson Jr. aka broker. Kuda aka broker. Collins kakoma naka fupi kanoda wakadzevanu kaka broker. So vese waka broker. Chiwenga aka broker. Chamisa Chamisa mboy wangu ndisha mpidzi papo pakubroker. But Chamisa will not contest in 2028. It will be Gambakwe over there. I would like to thank all of you for watching, and I'll see you guys a bit later in the evening as we talk about the M31 program. If you are a senator, MP, or councillor, go to the group. I've issued a statement over there. You can go and check it out. And we are on the way. Siangena. Thank you very much for watching, and a good day to you all.